Hey everyone, nice to see you again. Today I am here with another tea from Yunnan Sourcing. Continuing on with green teas, 2025 spring green teas. I'll be doing a series of those as well as white teas coming up in the probably for the next like week or two. So this one here is Yunnan Sourcing Pure Bud Silver Strands First Flush Green Tea. Let me just show you the leaves real quick. Looking real nice. They're kind of fuzzy. A lot of little pieces, but a lot of them are just kind of like long, thin strands. Quite a light color on them, kind of more of a white look to them. Bit of green too. But let me give you a smell profile out of the bag, because I feel that's usually the most concentrated smell. So much like the last green tea, a lot of nuttiness to the smell. A bit of a vegetal hay-like scent. When you have like a bale of straw sitting around, it kind of has like a sweet smell to it as well. And maybe even a bit of a butteriness. But maybe that's going along with like that hay scent I'm getting. Pretty nice though. It smells nice. But another really greatly priced one, in my opinion. We're looking at $8.75 for 50 grams for the spring 2025. You can also get the spring 2024. I guess it's the same price. But let me read this off to you. Feel free to skip ahead if you want to just get to the tea itself. We have offered the Silver Strands varietal green tea a robust one leaf to one bud ratio since 2005, but decided to also offer its first flush tippy pure bud counterpart, picked in the earliest part of spring in late February before the spring rains arrive, and in the autumn. Late September and summer monsoon is gone. The pure bud pluck features small hairy silver tips with no leaf. Sweet, buttery, and crisp vegetal umami character makes this tea perfect for starting your day or any time of day. We recommend brewing in a Gaiwan 85 to 90 C, water, and very short steeps. A fine hand-picked and processed tea that showcases Silver Strand varietal and Yunnan teas in general. Harvest area, Mojang, Simao, Yunnan. Harvest time, late February, early March. Autumn harvest time, late September. So I guess there is going to be a autumn harvest available one. This is the spring, but I'll link this below, of course. And then you can go up to 1 kilo. So it's a little more pricey than that previous one we tried, but not by too much. I think for 50 grams, it's a couple bucks more. So yeah, it looks pretty solid. I'll get my teaware heated up using the porcelain Gaiwan today, and we'll do their suggestion, 85 to 90 C, and we'll get that started. Alright, so here is the wash, just so you can see an example, and we are now doing that first steep, and we'll do a wet smell profile too. Wash was basically instant. First steep was probably about 15, maybe 20 seconds. There's the wet leaves for you. Definitely greened up quite a bit now. See little purple looking ones, some dark looking ones. Let's give these a quick smell profile. Smells really nice. That smell reminds me of if you get a matcha latte, like a sweetened, milky, like really, really sweet, just not like pure matcha latte from like Starbucks or something. That's what this reminds me of. It's not a bad thing. It's kind of like really sweet smelling, super concentrated green tea smelling, kind of like a creaminess to it. Bit of floralness to it as well, but very sweet smelling. Very stark contrast to the dry smell, which is very nutty. I think there's still a bit of nuttiness in there, but overall it's really interesting for sure. Very different than other green teas I've had to this point, but that's why I'm trying them, because I'm still quite inexperienced with green tea. Alright, we got that wash poured out. And this green tea, I will note, doesn't look super green to me. It looks more of a beige-ish color. That last one looked the last one I tried, I'll link it up there as usual, but that one looked very green. This one it's kind of more of a beige, kind of tan color. It's a bit green looking, but... And these leaves look really pretty, for sure. Alright, let's give this a big taste. Very, very mild tasting as of now. No astringency, no bitterness. Really nice though. It has quite a lot of sweetness to it for a tea. And I think some of that nutty taste and like some of that kind of like hay-like buttery taste smell I was kind of getting is coming across in the taste. It's interesting. I'm gonna do a second steep. All right, here is that second steep. This one I brewed a bit hotter. Should be roughly the same amount of time. So this one's at 90C. That first one was at 85C. And then the wash was at 85C as well. I think we got a bit more color to this one. It looks like it to me. So maybe expect a little more astringency. Still brewed for quite a short amount of time, so I don't expect any bitterness, but definitely a deeper color. That's, I think, markedly different. The first one kind of looked like a weird beige tannish. This one's kind of like I don't know, kind of closer to a golden hue, I think. Alright, here's the second steep now. Alright, now it has a bit more flavor. Little bit of astringency, but not too bad. I would definitely be careful with this one with the time as well as temp on this, because I feel this could very easily get out of hand, and I think this right here was approaching that. It's still drinkable, but it's quite a bit stronger now, and the astringency is noticeable. That first steep was kind of perfect, so probably have to play with it a bit. But definitely a great green tea overall, pretty mild in flavor, very approachable. Definitely brew at a low temp with pretty low amount of time. I would keep it around 15 seconds at least for those first couple steeps. Between 85 and 90 C seems pretty reasonable. The lower temp will obviously not draw out as much tannin or as much bitterness if there is any, and lower temp usually leads to more sweetness. As of now, there isn't much sweetness in the second steep that I did at a higher temp with a little bit higher amount of time, I think. I went for like 5 extra seconds, so nothing too crazy. But overall, pretty nice tea, very reasonably priced. If you're into green tea and you want to try something different, this one being quite different than the last one. This is a Silver Strand varietal, and it is first flush. Would they say it is the way they pick it, right? It's different. A robust 1 leaf to 1 bud ratio. So I think that means it's like higher quality. I think the more buds is usually considered higher quality. There's some teas out there that are just all bud. So this one's 1 bud, 1 leaf ratio. So yeah, it's. Oh wait, no, that was the last one. This one is pure bud pluck, small hairy silver tips with no leaf. So this is just the tips of the leaf. What's that mean? I don't really know what that means, honestly. Maybe someone in the comments can let me know. Does that mean it's literally just like flower buds? I'm not too sure. But pretty interesting tea. Glad I tried it. Definitely very drinkable. 50 grams is quite a bit for $8.75, and I I would definitely suggest, looking at Yunnan sourcing, looking at some of their 2025 spring green teas that are available right now. There's definitely some good deals on there. But I think that's all I have to say on this tea, and I'll see you again in another one. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe for more tea content. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Also, if you know anything about this type of tea, feel free to share. Because I'm quite curious as to what they mean. If it's just like flowers, or maybe it is literally just like the tips of the fresh leaves. I'm not too sure. All right, see ya.